All right, y'all.
You go back and look at the text and see everything you did wrong.
So we're gonna go over last week just to reiterate. Just to reiterate the purpose. This is all of us figuring out what all of us should be doing. So I ain't in charge. I'm just talking right now. I just brought a camera. So this all of us coming together to reconstruct from before hot grits, if there was grits before eggs, before hot grits, all the way back to where it stopped. We were learning last week that, it's just certain groups saw certain things that placed them in certain places. And so we started a breakdown of generations, so to speak. So it was founders, OGs, Gs, soldiers. None of this stuff we're saying is actually written in stone yet, but this is research. We're literally researching what the hell happened when we was dancing. What was going on the dance side. Now the other side of what we're doing is creating hello. We're creating.
I'm sorry.
We're creating like a support group. So if Tyshawn, you decide you want to have a Yeek party and you don't know but 20 Yeekers, then you could call these people.
We having one Saturday night at Dude Gives We Celebrate Bread, Spring Cake Bread, Sunday.
What do?
Shameless plug.
Grab my iPad.
Plugs all over the place, man. Plug.
I'm down.
Please, I apologize. It was a key.
It was.
I believe, man.
When you said Saturday,
Well, we got a quick break. Y'all want to put your phone on vibrate. Anybody need to go to the car, grab something right quick, and tell me you like the judge.
Please blow your nose and drain the main vein, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. At least put it on vibrate, most
I apologize.
business and children stuff, so you can't tell them to cut the phone off.
I'll give y'all one half devastator.
Okay, y'all, let's pick up where we left off real fast.
They just going to skate ring dancing. What year was that?
So the biggest purpose for this here thing right here
So that wasn't that long.
is for Aunt Frances to tell y'all. Every year, we're trying to do this Yeek Day, Yeek Fest, Yeek Show. Because a documentary is going on shouldn't be the reason we doing it. That should be, guaranteed.
Right.
That shouldn't have nothing to do with nobody doing anything. Every year, we should be getting together to do what we do, blah, 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 blah. So y'all got to figure out how that's going to go down when the council is formed and whatever rules y'all create for that. One of the things on the agenda is Aunt Frances. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, you might want to run down the definitions of the founders and stuff like that. Oh, you getting that?
I just told you.
Yeah, he just put it in.
For those that wasn't here last week.
Okay, so what I'm doing is going down the little purpose sheet here.
Okay.
And the first one happens to be that one. I'm sorry. So every year, we're supposed to throw the Yeek Day, the Yeek Fest, the Yeek Show. That's all of us supposed to do that, not somebody doing a documentary. Y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
So that's the biggest purpose for this committee, is to make sure we are fellowshipping once a year or twice a year, whatever the council come up with. We should be doing that.
Please explain what fellowship means, sir.
Fellowship means to hang with your fellow man.
I just want to know.
I'm with you. I'm sorry, I bring the terminology back to the corner over here. Nigga, we supposed to hang a couple times a year for real. I'm finding out and I'm learning myself that my perception, this is number 2, everybody. My perception of what happened in whatever we was doing is just my perception of what happened. What we need is the perceptions from the beginning to the end to get that thing called the truth. What really happened, I might have thought I was fine. Then somebody bust me real ugly on the other side of town, and there goes my perception. So we need to really, every group needs to be able to describe their beginning so that other groups can hear their beginning and start to put these pieces together. So that we can come up with who's a founder, who's an OG, who's a G, who's a soldier, and in all of those three categories, legends come out of it. Oh yeah, you ain't got to be geeking 2 years to be a legend. You can just do the right thing at the right time for a long time. But y'all got to come up with what that means. We have to come up with what all this stuff means.
You need a secretary or something, don't you?
Y'all got to determine that too. Any council got officers. The office that I like to submit right now is project manager. Whoever is the chairman got to be the chairman, whoever that is. But project manager is going to be the go-to person to make sure these events are doing what they're supposed to do.
It don't take a bunch of different officers and on that council to make that happen. We probably need like 3 things, like you say, the chairman, secretary, and sergeant at arms, whatever you want to call it. That's the person that just oversee these meetings, oversee these things, make sure, things are in place for that. We don't need a bunch of, we don't need no treasurer and all that different shit.
Y'all not gonna deal with no money?
We might do, but we don't need a treasurer.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Who gonna keep the money?
Like,
I don't touch none of y'all. My money stay in my pocket.
Okay, so that's something that,
even with that, that's even with that, that's not that hard to deal with. It's if we got something that requires money at that time, then niggas pay their money, toward the situation, pay it to the situation. That ain't hard. We can get past that. That's nothing. We ain't gonna be taking up enough money throughout the year for that to be a problem. All right, we got something like when it's time to do, because all the time I think the money will come in for like the fest, the picnics. Well, even with the picnics and shit, that'll be group situation. We might have to go in on wherever the park is. That's a 1 fee type. Like it ain't gonna take a lot for us to have to do that. So that's nothing that really we got to spend a lot of time on. Is what I'm saying.
Keep a lot of stuff down too.
Right. So like I said, the chairman just would basically be a person that, and whoever that person is, like I know I can't do it. I ain't got time. Like straight up, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't, because you got to be able and be witty and connect. There's a lot of stuff that got to go with that title. And if you know you ain't got it, then for your ego, just because you want to have an ego and do it, that ain't the reason to do it.
Tap out.
Because that's going right.
Just tap out.
That ain't gonna do nothing to slow us up. So you shouldn't even nominate a nigga that you know just because he's your boy and you want to see him with it. If you know the nigga ain't gonna do the job, then come on, man.
Hell no.
Like really, just scanning right here from what we got now. And that 2, 3 niggas, really, truthfully speaking, that can do that. Can we all do it? Yeah, but do it right is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be realistic about it. So that'd be 2, 3 people that I would feel my personally be comfortable with just overseeing that. One, you gotta have a level head. That's the first thing. That's why I know I can't do it. My head ain't level. Straight up. I have to deal with this motherfucker. So I'm always told. So I couldn't do it, and then the time that it takes, and then you gotta be computer savvy. All that shit I ain't. I can plan some shit. I can put some shit together, but the manpower that it would take to do it, I couldn't do that. So for anybody thinking about it, Kelvin, no, don't say me. I ain't gonna do it. So but that's what I'm saying. So let's just keep that part of it, like 2, 3 people.
And is this something that we could say we could vote on?
Yeah, we got to
I got to vote on all of it.
It ain't got to be no secret.
And it's not even a right now. It's not even a right now deal. The right now. Let me tell you what the right now deal is.
There ain't no dictatorship.
There you go, Mike. The right now deal is, what are the guidelines to be able to be on something we would call a Yeek council? Yeah. What needs to be in place?
My opinion, the council first would be longevity. First, you have to be somebody that was at the beginning. First, like you'll pick the first few, then it'll spread out. But the first 3 heads, or 4 heads, whatever, gotta be somebody, like, it's automatic. Like founders, if we got founders here, it's automatic they on the council to me. Like, there's no brainer for him and him. Like, no brainer. That's where this shit started. You know, no brainer for them to be on it.
And they here all the time.
You know, that part of it. Then we kind of branch out. We don't need a bunch of people, and like I said, the biggest thing, I don't want nobody to get no ego. If you ain't on the council, you're on the council. Like, I don't want that to affect you either way. You know what I'm saying? Because it has something to do with it, but it's not no, it don't goes about who you are. It's just, this is for the betterment of the Yeek situation. We want the best, you know, the best in place for that. And that's what needs to happen. First, it got to be somebody that's got longevity, that knows what the hell going on. That's one. Two, about their business. That's the second thing. You got to be about your business, because, you know, if the head ain't right, the body ain't shit. You know, about their business. And then, I guess third, when I use the word connected, just, you know, you got to be relevant in a sense today. If you can't bring nothing to the table other than your opinion, that don't really do us no good neither. You know? When it's time to get shit done, if you can't call and get a favor or make some shit happen, you don't need to be on that neither.
Well,
That's how I feel.
that's one person. Y'all don't let A-Dog do all y'all talking. He's very, he knows exactly.
What exactly is the definition of the council, the purpose of the council? What we're talking about a council, maybe I didn't hear because I wasn't here last week, but what is the purpose of the Yeek council?
Go ahead, Mike.
The council is put together so everybody, not just, you know, some of us that's here, but people who know other people in the, you know, in the group, so everybody have a voice. Instead of you just having saying, one person said we got me in Bankhead, you know what I'm saying, and then everybody got to run over there. It's not a dictator type thing where we telling folks to do it. It's everybody getting a chance to come together, put our heads together as a real group and make this thing happen. You know what I mean? So it can't be say, well, they running this thing over there, he running this thing over there. Nah, if it's a whole council and we can all get together and we can vote on it instead of just, you know, trying to break it up. So it won't be nobody trying to think that somebody taking over. He just giving us a chance to, you know, the word I want to use is more like
Some structure.
It's grind. Yeah, give
Have some structure,
yeah,
have somebody
some structure.
to lead that structure, you know what I'm saying? And again, you know, just somebody for, even when the foulness come, because, you know, it's going to be foulness, you got to answer to that council too. Like, you know, I can't say what Clarence did X, Y, Z and it was wrong. I can't say that when it's under the branch of the Yeek stuff now. Personal shit is personal shit. We ain't getting into that.
So everybody that participated in the Yeek culture in any way, shape, or form is going to be subject to this council?
Yeah, if they want to be down, I mean, you're your own man or woman. If you don't want to be down, then we just want to recognize you. Do what the hell you want to. You know, you know, if you don't want to be down with it, if you got a problem with it, then, you know, lay down and get out. That's basically what it is.
I'm trying to figure out what the purpose of the council is, and as I'm listening to you define it, everybody who's ever been involved in the Yeek culture has to answer to this council.
Let me explain. Can I explain that? Can I explain that? Can I explain that?
Involved in what? Hold on one second. Involved in what?
In this whole movement. This is a movement. This ain't just like for a documentary. We're officially making it a movement right now. With this, if you stamp it, you know, and then you might say after you leave, well, I don't want to be in that shit. And guess what? You ain't accepted the numbers, the rules, the regulations, the meetings, and none of the shit we got to do.
I'm just trying to understand.
You know, you won't have nothing to do with it if that's what you decide to do. Now, that's the flip side. The other side of that shit, don't expect to be involved in this shit. If you decide you ain't get out there, you ain't down on nothing we do. We ain't gonna recognize nothing you do. That's how that's gonna work. Straight like that.
The Yeek Council, let me say this. The Yeek Council is getting members from all those famous dance groups and putting them in like a student government where collectively we can be creative, we can debate, all to get to the truth. One of the benefits of the Yeek Council is, and he says, FDC is going to be there, Stray Cat's going to be there, and it don't have that Yeek Council. The fans, the public knows it's fluke because it doesn't have that stamp on it. We want Atlanta to know and the people of Atlanta to know that the Yeek Council is comprised of people, not just people who can dance, but people who have danced from that era. That's the goal of the Yeek Council. All of us have different projects. I'm Stray Cats manager. We have a big project going on, but we need this stamp because it's just gonna make it that more powerful. Regardless, we're gonna keep going, but this just makes it stronger. That's the goal.
My interpretation of it is not necessarily for us. There are tons of people on Facebook who you put a video up and they just love what Atlanta used to be. They would love to see Atlanta turn into a big hunk of what it used to be on steroids, you know. A lot of us want this thing exposed. They want the camaraderie. They want to see Yeek parties. Those people have watched us not be a unit. Those people have watched all types of stuff go all over the place with no accountability. This is butt naked. People we making, me personally, I'm tired of not knowing if I'm doing the right thing. Personally, I don't always know if I'm doing the right thing. So the best thing I know how to do is go to my peers and go to the people who were before me. Now, if it is not in you to honor before you, with you, and after you, then everybody got a path. But in order for us to give this city, not the dance groups, the city who gonna pay for whatever we do, because if all of us brought a project, we ain't made no money. They ain't put a couple of us in here. So if it's all about us, then ain't no money gonna be made. It ain't gonna spread. It's gonna look selfish. It's gonna look all kinds of ways. But the reality is, the city of Atlanta deserves to be known for what it really is. And this culture of dance that we did, that sparked producers, DJs, the whole thing that's going on in Atlanta right now came from these feet on these stage. So, the question is, will you be subject to one another? That's what it comes down to. Will I be subject to Ant? Will I be subject to Kool-Aid? Will I be subject to Mike? Will I allow myself to go to you and say, hey man, I'm looking at this like this. Can I handle if A-Dog say, nigga, you crazy? And A-Dog will tell me. That's why I love A-Dog, because he ain't gonna put no icing on it. You crazy. And ain't nothing like knowing the truth. Now, if that ain't in your gourmet gumbo for what you want and what you're doing, that got to be understood, and it should not be unappreciated. All of us are individuals. But the benefit of all of us coming together in such a manner is that we benefit from each other. If I, as a DJ, I know what it's like to throw a party, not advertise it correctly, and be sitting up in your own damn party and spend a couple of grand. Ain't nobody in that damn thing but your ass. And you need somebody to come and see about you. Black people don't come see about black people. So all the stuff that we weren't able to get right, we have an opportunity to get right if we want. Give up, but the bottom line is some people are going to want to get it right. And those people are going to serve the city. The city is served when they see that, you know, all this stuff that's been stolen from all of y'all, you know, when all that stuff comes up on the screen and they say, them my boys. When people saw A-Dog them dancing behind Outkast, them my niggas. You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't even a dance group thing no more when you see your own people from your own city on TV when your city been played your whole life. So that's my opinion on why we should be a unit, why we should all be throwing our parties and all of us supposed to be there supporting each other's party. Because at the end of the day, it puts stock into whoever is doing a project. If Clarence doing a book, Clarence can come and benefit from all these people in the same place. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can I meet with you? Can I hook up with you? Can I hook up with you? If somebody doing their own movie, own documentary, they got the same right to come and say, hey man, y'all, Can y'all come on and put y'all stamp on this, and I get the benefit of your email distribution list, of your fan base, and everything else that come with you, and everybody ain't got no fan base. So some of us, it would behoove us to be on this damn committee.
I got it.
Because you ain't been out here like that. Especially you, Mike. Your ass ain't been past the cake.
You know it.
So that's my opinion on one of the purposes.